everybody, group check-in on all these dogs. We've got Miss Kora right here, and then Hoka, and Zen, who's here for boarding, and then way up there is Duke. All three of these boarding and training dogs, not Zen, are wearing long lines, dragging long lines, and wearing tracking collars because we are working to off-leash recall. This is day 3 of their program. They all came the same day. And so mostly what I've been working on is recall, off-leash recall, but also working on some of their little issues. For example, like him, Hoka, you can see him up there smelling Zen's butt. You heard me. We talked about marking with him so far, and I want to reiterate, I don't mind some marking, but I kind of want to put a caveat of that he's obsessively marking. So when you get a dog that's obsessively marking, I want to curb that, especially one that has come for behavior issues with other dogs, getting in dog fights. This guy, Mr. Duke, chases cars, jumps fences. And of late, to be honest, he did something here where a stranger dog approached and he actually went for it. That was something that his owners didn't tell me about because they don't do this sort of thing as much. But they will be able to because they can't have him off leash because he just takes off. So once that off leash, getting the off leash recall down, they're going to be able to take him out more with Albus and do some hikes. But he and Albus have gotten into it once or twice. And so maybe he saw that other dog as a threat. I don't know. But I'm going to pay attention to that. But generally, he's a happy-go-lucky dog that just wants to chase things. You can see that. And I don't just want to tell him not to chase, period. But we're going to work on playing to give him something to do. Chase a ball, chase a frisbee, chase a flirt pole. So he's going to go over there and be like, what are you doing? I might have to pee on that. Did you pee? Because I'll have to mark it after you. That's what I mean. Like, he obsesses over other dogs marking us. Let's go, Hoka. Marking and such. So that's his story. That was a little bit of an interesting thing to have seen. He definitely got in trouble at that moment. And he has seen another strange dog, which was Zen. So there they go. They're all probably going to mark on that. Go potty. Go potty. Good boy. So that was a cue to him to go potty. None of the other ones cared. And then Miss Kora there. Come on, you guys, this way. Let's go. Good dogs. Kora has been in some dog fights as well. She also, like when the owners dropped off, and this is not to do any shaming, no shaming going on here, but just being honest, because that's what we have to do as dog trainers. They say she's a bit vocal, and she can be chatty when she's happy and kind of almost like a husky in a way sometimes. But she also whines, kind of like the kid in the candy store whining. So she'll be in a crate and whine because it's not about her. So I'm either ignoring that or interrupting it for her. And her owners, all of our dogs are special. But her owners, I think, might baby her a little bit. Not sure. We're going to talk about that. But she's a pretty confident dog. Okay, here they go. Come on, Duke. Come on, Zen. Come on, Kora. Good dogs. Nope. You got to stay. Nope. We're not quite working on this sit. No, Hoka. We're just staying. Stay. No, Hoka. Stay. Kora. Stay. That sound is the tracking collar. No. Stay. Good. As soon as Duke looks at me, good. Break. Let's go. They can go off again. So this girl's super. Let's go. They hear this thing beeps. It's kind of a bummer. Maybe I can turn it down. It beeps and then they hear the beep and they think, oh, I should come. Anyway, she's confident. She's not insecure. She might be a little sensitive, but I see her as a pretty confident dog. I don't see her as needing any extra little babying. So when she does the whining, not the talking like, hey, I'm happy, but whining, I'm not allowing that. Kora, you're a good dog. Come here. Come here. Yeah, you're a good girl. So I'm not sure where her dogfight / reactivity stuff has come from. Let's go. I'm still trying to figure that one out because I don't see a lot of that. Well, I shouldn't say that. She did growl at some dogs around. I got to pay attention. I might have to stop what I'm talking about. I did see her growl at some dogs early on, day one only, in the crate when they came up near her and sniffed. And I allowed some of that because I need to see it. But I also recognize it makes her uncomfortable, so I won't keep allowing it. But I will sometimes, because what she can do in a crate is move back, right? The dog's not going to be able to go forward because the crate's there, and she can just move to the other side. And that would be a better choice for her. So this is just a group check-in, working on their recalls. I'll do a tone, and they might... Come! Good boy! Come on! Good dogs! Yeah, good dogs! Nope, come here. You gotta stay. Nope, stay. We're gonna work on no. Hoka. I got too much going on. I can't be as efficient with my tool use right now. No, Hoka. You're just staying. So eventually I want a recall to look like, what is it that you want? And so I will move them into a sit at some point. But right now, stay. No, Hoka, stay. Hoka, stay. Duke, stay. Nope, stay. Stay. Good dogs. Good dogs. I like that sit. Actually, let's try it. Sit. Good. Kora, sit. Kora, sit. Good. Stay. Stay. Good. Break. Let's go. So recall's coming along. The tone, they're starting to understand it. They don't freak out and run the wrong way. That's why they're all wearing these tools. Oh, and there's a little play. Good. So I'm just going to let this run for a minute. And that's what we're doing. We're just out on a walk, practicing a couple of recalls. And I give you a little synopsis of all the dogs and why they're here. Let's go, Duke. So I got to watch that. Make sure it stays fair, because Duke's not really looking like he's totally wants to play. He wants to go chase a deer. So I got to make sure he doesn't bug him too much. And this girl, she was actually totally running around playing with him yesterday. It was cool. Come on, let's go. Weren't you, Kora? You were playing. And wearing all these tools, like right now, dragging the long line with the tracking collar might be affecting her as well. Yesterday, they were on flexi leashes, no tracking collars, and they had a little bit of play, these two outer dogs. Good dogs. Good dogs. Yeah, so good. Let's go, let's go. All right, so there's a check-in, and I might add more. Yeah, I might add more in a little bit. Good. Come on. Come on. It's kind of dark. Snowy. Not super cold. Oh, there's some play. Both the boys, not Zen, but Duke and Hoka, they're kind of jumpers. So we're going to start working on that as well. Not jumping on people. And probably for Hoka, not jumping on other dogs so much. But learning how to play without jumping. Let's go this way. Let's go. So this is something for the owners, all owners. Let's go is different than come. I think he sees that funny thing that looks like a deer, which is just like a caution sign because it's over an old manhole. There's no manhole. Anyway, I don't need to go into that. Let's go. So let's go is we're moving this direction. Just like at that corner there, they were there and I said, let's go. And they came this way. Conversely, If I say COME or do a recall, I want them to come all the way in and check with me. So get your language right now, people out there, dog owners out there of these dogs. If you don't want them to come all the way to you for whatever reason, just say, let's go, like this. Let's go. Duke, let's go. Kora, let's go. Let's go. Good dogs. And we're moving on this way. Let's go. Kora, let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, get on up there. Whereas come is come all the way to me. So make sure you get that right. Start practicing it now. So there he goes sniffing. So this is what he does. And I'm going to use the e-collar and tap him out of there. But I wasn't ready. But if I were just working with him, I would have tapped the e-collar at a lowish number just to get him out of there. And I need to be consistent with that. If I start doing that, I need to stay on it. Because that's where he shifts from wanting to play into, let me just sniff you instead. And then it changes the dynamic of what they were doing. I'm gonna go back to far away. Come on, let's go. So I can keep them all in it. Yeah, there they go. Hey, hey! Knock it off! Knock it off! Knock it off! No! 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 You're fine, Duke. No! Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. Looking for remorse. Too much from you, and knock it off. Duke, you're fine. Knock it off. So we move into a little bit of a punishment event right there, people. But I'm not going to stay in it. You guys stop. You got to play gentle. Don't get on top. And you don't need to do that. Okay, let's go. Let's move it on. Come on, Kora. Get back out there. Get back out there. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. So we'll talk more about that with the owners as well. Come on, come on, come on. And there's no e-collar there, you guys. That's just me. Look at, I've got gloves and a phone and all my stuff's in my pockets. I'm not in a position to press e-collar. But she's recovered. That's not a bad thing. She was kind of telling him too much, but she also needs to back off at the same time. Say it, move away. But for her, I'm not allowing it at all. For that communication, because that's why she's here. It escalates. Come on, Duke. Come on, buddy. Let's go, Hoka. Come on, Hoka. Good. He's going to figure out how to play, and she's going to figure out her stuff. So that's the first I've seen of that, which was good. I need to see those things. Too much from him, which he is too much. We love you, Hoka, but he can be too much. And she didn't like it. But she also needs to learn to back up from it. Say it and move away. Good girl, come on, let's go. Duke, let's go, buddy. Let's go. Good. Good dogs. So the other thing is, all of these dogs, not him, but I might throw one on him because of what I described earlier. I probably will at some point when I go to other trails. But anyway, all of these two dogs came with muzzles because they've been in dogfights. And the muzzle is just a tool to use at some point for their owners, for me, for them, to get them out in front of balanced, stable dogs. Come on, we're going to go this way. Oh, it was a turkey. That was a turkey. It was a turkey in the tree and it just went that way. Good dogs. You saw that. Anyway, the muzzle's a great tool for getting dogs that are questionable and have been in dog fights in front of other dogs safely. But you got to make sure you're in front of the right dogs. Here in Colorado, a lot of off-leash, moving around like you see here. I happen to live in a place where it doesn't get too frequented, which is nice for training. But then you'll see me take them to busy trailheads. And that's where the muzzle will come in, because I can't have any of these dogs starting a fight with another dog. But also, I'm not going to avoid every situation because this is where we live. So these dogs need to know how to either A, move away, like her, like just move away if a dog's bugging you. No, come on, let's go. Let's go. Don't get tangled. Come on, let's go, Kora. Move away, or just don't engage in a fight. That's all. So that's where the muzzle is going to come in handy, because it's really helpful for the owner who's had experience of dog fights to help them relax and be able to get that last 6 inches or so of proximity to unfamiliar dogs that are stable, balanced, whatever you want, word you want to use, and would be good candidates to be in front of. You know, if I lived in a big city, I wouldn't be talking about this nearly as much as I do here. But, you know, Colorado, off-leash dogs, let's go hiking and biking and skiing together. I also want to say that this isn't a cookie cutter dog training program, one size fits all. Hoka, come. Duke, come. Kora, come. Good. Come. Good. 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 Come on. Good. High pitched when I want him to come. Good boy. Good. Calmer voice when I want him to be more sedentary. Start noticing that, owners. When I say an excitable word, come, 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 I'm reeling them in with excitement. When I'm saying good, nope, nope, stay. Good. When I don't want to induce movement, no, calmer voice, stay. That's the listening. No, it freaks him out. Stay. No, no, stay. Hey, you guys stay. You guys stay. Good. Stay. No, stay. Stay. Good. Lower toned voice. Good. Nope. Hoka. Hoka. Good. 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 Break. Let's go. So not a cookie cutter program here. It's not one size fits all. Like taking him out at night, he's nervous at night. He doesn't go out at night, like in the woods. So it's kind of a weird thing for him. He gets nervous too in the dark. He's like, whoa, there's scary things out there. And yeah, there's mountain lions around here for sure. So I don't take them out together at night for a potty. I've only taken them out 2 nights, by the way. So I can see this stuff pretty darn quick. So I might take these 2 out together and Duke with Zen, a dog that's used to being outside or just isn't nervous, anxious about that kind of stuff. So that's how I mitigate that. I feel like a lot of what her dog fights has been about, Kora's, is, there's Mr. Marks a lot, more resource guarding versus Mr. Hoka, who comes from a more dominant place. Like she will be camping and guard the tent kind of, or growl at dogs that get near the tent, or get in a fight with dogs near the tent or in her house. So it's more of a resource guarding thing. And earlier was actually more of an appropriate way to say knock it off to him, but she kept going a little bit. Don't want to let that go though. Gonna still address it with her. Whereas, like I said, he comes more from this dominant place, and I think that's where his dog fights have been a part of. And then this guy, same thing as him. Duke is more nervous. He hasn't been off leash. He hasn't been in the woods because he runs away. He's been hit by a car. He jumps the fence. So getting him in better control, and he still is, like I'm watching, he's not so checked in with me. He's still checked in with what's going on in the woods. But again, day 3, we'll be working on that. I'll find what their triggers are. I'm finding what their triggers are. And I'll also, how's that going to go? Come on, you can do it, Duke. Come on. You got it. Come on. Find what their triggers are. Good boy, buddy. But also find what motivates them. Like Duke really likes to chase squirrels and things. So I got to really move that chasing need genetic onto a toy or a ball, something where he's getting his needs met. Or maybe it's just squirrels in the summer, because whatever, chase a squirrel, they go up a tree. They don't go running off through the woods like a deer or down the road like a car. But finding things for him to do. Oh, there's some marking going on. Go potty. Go potty. Good boy. So I'll let him do it if I put a a cue on it. So anyway, not a cookie cutter program. Always sussing out who the dog is in front of me and making it work for them as best as I can. And when I get 3 different things going on, Zen's cool. He knows me, I know him. But when I get 3 different unknowns starting to mix together, I'm not perfect on my timing. I might miss things by accident, but I know if I miss something, then I'm going to look for it again so I can really address it. Kind of like that little Scrabble you saw Missy up there, Miss Kora, get into it with Mr. Hoka. So Mr. Hoka needs to chill out and she needs to not be so worrisome. But I now that I see that in her, I will not let dogs play too rough with her. Or if she's not interested in the play at the moment, I'll tell the dog to get out of there if they're not reading the cue. So anyway, I think I'm going to call it at that. There's a check-in on these 3. And Zen, you're a good boy. Hope you're all having a great day. It's nice and snowy. I love it. Normally I'd be on skis, but can't do it this early on. So instead I'm post-holing, which is, thank goodness, not too deep. Bye. One last thing I want to say is when Hoka and Kora got into that little Scrabble, whatever you want to call it, he could care less. Duke wasn't interested. So that's nice for me to see, because when I saw him go toward my friend's dog, like really go for it. Really interesting. And on top of, thank goodness it was a huge dog with lots of dreadlocks. But he's not overtly trying to get in a dog fight. And I think what happened with my friend's dog is he's not used to being in the woods like this. So some strange dog approaches and he doesn't even know what it is, and he kind of just beelined for it. You know, out of his anxious, nervous self, probably. What I do with this. So bottom line, it was cool to see him not engage in their little, or not even care about it. And Zen's trying to play, and those 2 up there see something exciting. So if he gets on him, this is what I do. Feet up. Oh, the butt was nice. Giving the dog a butt, that's like a playful thing. But trying to get on him, I'm going to tap him off of him. Keep the feet on the ground. Good. Let's go. But that's a good play. That's telling me that Duke and Kora are stopped. They've treed the raccoon or the bear. Good boy, Duke. Good boy, buddy. You stick around. That's right, Duke. You stick around. Good boy, Duke. He knows I'm talking to him. Good boy, Duke. Yeah, good boy, Duke. Kora, come. Duke, come. Come on. Good. Come on. Good boy. Come on, Kora. Kora, come all the way. Good girl. Good girl. Break. Let's go. Let's go. You know, one thing I wanted to, an addendum to what I was talking about earlier on in the walk with her, about not wanting to shame the owners, because that's definitely not what I'm doing. I just need to talk about what I see. I'm assessing them and looking at what they're doing and how I think they are. And I don't see her being overly sensitive. She's a pretty stable dog. So I think in the moments where they might allow some of that whining, I would just be like, no way, dude. And I would cut it off. Because that's a moment that they could practice some authority with her and not have to only do it when she gets in a dog scrabble. If you do it when it's a lesser moment, like whining, it's not about anything else, and you practice authority in that moment, come on, let's go, then it's going to help you later when you're in that little dog scrap like she was with me. I took her long line off because she's quite good and listens and follows. They all do. They're going to be off. This guy, when he sees deer, he'll be off. And Hoka's pretty quick at staying by. But I want them to know that when she's chit-chatty, great, let her be chit-chatty. But when she's whining, practice you guys having authority and being the one in charge and telling her to stop it. Kora, come! Come on, Kora! Come on, Hoka! Come on, Kora! Good girl! Come on, Kora, come all the way! Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Duke, come. Good boy, bud. Good. Okay, let's go, you guys. Let's go. Break. So that's just a follow-up on what I was talking with her. But for real now, bye-bye.